things that was most humbling is to be asked to be here as part of the celebration of the victory of delisting the MEK on the terrorist list in the United States. But I think one thing we have to remember is that as great a victory as that was, and it was accomplished only because there was bipartisan support in the United States, as great a victory as that was, it is simply a means to an end. As long as there is not freedom for the people of Iran, we have not achieved our aim. I am confident that with the leadership of the PMOI and with the leadership of Madam Rajavi, that goal will in fact be a reality, and it will happen soon. But it will not happen unless there is support from the democracies around the world. We have seen a great blossoming of freedom and a yearning for democracy throughout the Arab world, throughout Africa, throughout the entire world. But one of the things that we have also seen is that you can have an election, but you may not bring true democracy to a country if you do not have the fundamentals of democracy. Democracy is about more than simple elections. It is about the rule of law. It is about the rights of the individual. It is about equality for all persons, both the majority and the minority. It is about the idea that all of us are created equal in the eyes of God, and we are all endowed by that Creator with equal and fundamental rights. And that is what Mrs. Rajavi has been fighting for in the resistance movement, and that is what the people of Iran deserve. It is time for my government to give up the notion of engagement. You cannot engage with tyranny. You cannot engage with those who would repress their people. The time for engagement is over, and the time for support for democracy of the people of Iran is now. One of the things that has been most striking about the regime in Iran and the mullahs who control that regime is their treatment of half of their population. A country can be judged by how it treats its women. And a country that represses the freedom, that treats women as if they are chattel without any rights whatsoever, is an illegitimate government and an illegitimate regime. And when we look to see how that regime will be replaced, what a fitting irony if the president-elect of the Council of Iranian Resistance, who is a woman, does not replace those mullahs in Iran. That is what we want to see. But while we are on that path, we must remember the 3,000 people who are still captive in Camp Liberty, a camp that should not even have the word liberty in its name. The people of Camp Liberty are not free, and until the United Nations does not recognize their rights as refugees, they should be recognized. It should be the position of the United States government to demand at the UN that the UN High Commissioner for Refugees be put in charge of the fate of the people in Camp Liberty. We must continue to carry on this fight. And this fight must lead to regime change in Iran. And it is those in this room who are the seeds of that freedom. I hope that the next time we meet will not be in Paris, but in Tehran. Thank you very much.